Hello everyone, and welcome back to another karting video. This week's race was my best race ever. If you read the title and the description, you know why. That reason is, this was my first ever race to properly finish on the podium. It's a very exciting race, and I hope you enjoy. This race was part of a 6-week series, kind of a championship, and it's league nights at Circuit of the Americas. And here we are lining up on the grid. I was slotted to start 9th place because I finished 5th in the heat race, barely qualifying, but we made it. And that's important. This is my second time ever making it to the final. So as you can see, as we get ready for the start, I want to try to get right on the bumper of the guy in front, jam down the gas right here so the revs are up when the light goes green. And we're green, and immediately you can see I get a much better start than everyone else. Very quickly making up lots of positions. I'm going to freeze it right here. If you look to the right, we are going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide into turn 1. Yeah, this cannot end well. So luckily we take the right line through turn 1, and we're able to avoid most of the carnage that you saw there. 2 carts actually going around, one cutting the entire corner, as you can see right behind me. And we've moved up into 4th. We've made 5 positions off the start. Now we've got someone right in front we're trying to get past, just ran out of road, actually clipped that outside curb, trying to catch up to get a much better exit. And we're just going to slide down the inside. Coming through turn 13, and about to start our first lap in 3rd. So an amazing start, moving up net 6 positions. Let's get into 3rd place. We'll see how long we can hold this out. So right here you can see I'm getting that hairpin all wrong, and that's something that I struggled with a lot with this race, is getting that hairpin turn 8 right. And there's something about this cart, I don't know what it was, but it did not want to turn hard left, and the engine would just die. And so I had a tough time hanging on with that corner. But as you can see, I was hanging my head out to the right there through 12 and 13, and that's a little trick, moving your body over in the cart to kind of get the weight shifted to the outside, and that's due to the fact that these carts are fixed axle, which means both wheels are spinning at the same speed, and going through a corner you have one wheel having to go around the outside of the cart and the other wheel on the inside, so one has to travel a larger distance. Now if they're spinning at the same speed, it's hard to get the cart rotated and a lot of force is put on the front wheels, but if you can get more weight on the outside tire, you can actually lift up the inside tire, have it spin freely so that you get more grip and more acceleration, carry more speed out of the corner by allowing that outside wheel to turn a little bit more than the inside. And so as you can see, now we're coming up on 2nd place, and he's going to give it a little tap on the right side of his helmet. I don't know if you saw it, but he's going to look back, give him a thumbs up. And basically what that means is to give him a little push down the straight. Now you can see the leader is starting to pull away a little bit, and by giving a little push down the straight, we can work together to catch the guy in front, and that's a huge advantage. And instead of fighting each other and losing time and basically eliminating chances of either of us getting the win. Now this guy makes a savage lunge up the inside and covers off the exit really well. I'm not able to attack back. And so, what a monster move. And we are now stuck down in 4th place. They both go, he tucks in behind him, and we slide up the inside, but that was a wrong move. We try to cover out the exit, but unfortunately that lines us up terribly for turn 3, and boom, we have been slotted down to 5th. Ooh, this is not looking good. Now you can see they're already starting to pull away. First place is just gone in the distance. These 3 are starting to battle it out. Now they're going to start losing time. You see me getting this hairpin all wrong again, and how much time they're gaining back on me. And so now we've just kind of put our head down and try to catch them. Now as we come onto the back straight, we can start to see that the leader has fallen back. The 3 battling behind him, second, third, and fourth, have caught up, and they're all kind of losing time to each other as we go. We actually hit the inside curve there, trying to use all the track. And that inside curve again, starting to lose a little bit of time, but because of people taking alternate lines and battling each other, they're losing time to me. And I'm able to start to catch up to this back in front. Give a little hop in the seat right here. Try to maximize my speed going down that mini straight. Try to get the RPMs up in the motor. Release my weight a little bit off so that it can regain its speed. Leaning outside the car, just trying to get as much speed as possible. This right back here is really crucial. And through these next series of turns is when I really start to catch up to these guys in front. You can see massive oversteer getting out of the hairpin again. And now as we slowly start to close up, we gotta think about where we're gonna make the overtake, because it is a little dodgy. Because these guys are battling the cars in front also. So, leaning outside, just trying to get as much time as possible. Just really, putting our head down, trying to catch the guys in front. So we get a really good exit onto the straight here. And we're only, I'd say like 20 yards off of the cart in front. Late apex into turn 3. Late apex into turn 4. Try to stay in the middle of the track. Use as much of that track on the inside of those 2 corners as possible. And here's where I finally start getting that hairpin down. Leaning back to the outside on 12 and 13. And coming up into turn 1, 2, and 3, we are right on the back of 4th place. And coming down the straight, it's going to give us another helmet tap here. Boom. Give him a push. And see what you can do. Work together with the slipstream. Unfortunately, I get this all wrong and hit too much left off the right-hander there. And he's back ahead, good 10-20 yards. But out of this turn, we have a massive exit. Really good time gain coming onto this straight. And we're about to line up for another overtake attempt into the back straight here. Try to just tuck in, use all the track possible. See, this time, instead of giving a push, I try to just ease my way past. And we'll come up this inside here, a little wave. Glad he doesn't send me to the Shadow Realm. up the inside of that turn. That's never fun. And we've made the overtake, so we are in 4th place. And you can see me pointing up here, really excited, and that is because it actually started snowing. This is Austin, Texas, and it is snowing. Forgot to mention this race is around mid-30s, so it is freezing. And some of the guys out here didn't have gloves. I was lucky to have gloves, but it was just frostbite the whole time. Felt like, but we never see snow, so it was so exciting, especially during a kart race. What do you know? So getting really good exit out of turn 3, putting our head down for some human DRS. We go down the straight. We're just trying to catch the guys in front now, so just set some hot laps. And again, trying to get the straightest line leading up to the hairpin. And there we go. We keep the RPMs up, the revs up with this engine through the hairpin, and we're actually able to get it right, which is encouraging. So we can stop losing tenths to half a second out of that turn. So I'm going to go ahead and speed it up here a little bit, just because it gets a little bit repetitive, but you can still kind of see the path that I'm taking through each lap. We're slowly starting to gain on the guy in front, and consistency here is key, because one mistake can cost you many, many kart lengths of distance for the guy in front, and it's very important when you're fighting for position in a race like this. Now, one of the back markers here probably had an issue with this kart. Ran way wide, just waving us through. An gentlemanly thing to do. Okay. And we're gonna go back into this chase down battle with it. Doing a DRS down the straight. Now you can see we are right up on the back of him. We have gained many seconds of time on this guy, and we're starting to close in. And he doesn't know I'm here yet. I made sure not to bump him through that turn, or this one. And we do a surprise lunge down the inside. We hang back, wait for him to go deep, and a quick little switch back onto the straight is all it took. And we are passed into 3rd. We're checking the right side, human DRS down the straight, make sure he's not still there. And now, we've got to hold on to 3rd position. You can see running a little bit wide there, not ideal. A little bit slow coming out of the hairpin, but that's okay. We'll hop in the seat to keep the revs up. And look behind. Not there, we take a normal line. Now it's getting really tense. And as we cross the line, we see the white flag being waved. This is the last lap. And here he comes down the inside, trying to get a move on us. And we just try to cover off the exit. And we succeed in that. It gives us a little push down the straight, probably unintentionally. And luckily that gives us a little boost. And we're able to hold on and take a defensive line through this corner. One of the most important things is knowing when to go defensive and when not. Checking behind, and I get the hairpin oh so wrong. But we're able to hold on. And look behind, he's right there. Close him off a little bit, take a normal line. He was not going down our inside. Going through 13 and 14 in really tight lines. There's no one slipping up the inside. Checked once, twice, 3 times. He's not there. And coming across the line in 3rd. What a race. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, good. If you didn't, I'm sorry. But it was one of the most memorable races so far. And I'm really happy with this result. And yeah, that's the video. Thank you. Goodbye.
Woo! Did you see the snow? It's coming down. The snow. Yeah. Woo! Hands are cold, dude.
I popped the tire.
You popped the tire? How?
Look, so I was coming around this corner pretty high.
Yeah.
All you hear is that.
Oh, dang.
No pressure at all.
Oh. How many laps did you have it like that?
I was let off. I thought it was my exhaust. But no, it's a tire.
Dang,
It's
dude.
inflated.
Oh.
Dude, I was going for you.
Yes, I'm so happy.
I fought heavy at the beginning.
Oh, yeah. I know. I remember on the first lap, I just saw 2 people just go sideways, full sideways, everybody pushing them, and I went right around the outside. I got lucky.
First 3 laps were pretty stupid.
Yeah.